What it is, Brad Lea back again with another episode of Dropping Bombs today in the studio, folks. I got a real treat for you. Roberto Castaneda.
I'm excited. You can roll your R's, dude.
That's right. Founder of Limitless Sales University. Ultimately, a badass in the solar field. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you're training people how to be badasses in the solar field.
Absolutely.
You made 1 point something million in your first year in commission. Did that freak you out? How old were you?
32.
And what were you making before that?
About 180.
Doing what?
I used to own a Liberty Tax franchise. I was a franchisee.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What about before that? So you've always been a hustler.
Oh, dude. Dude, if I tell you that story about how I started in that industry, it's interesting. But yeah, then before that, I was in door-to-door sales, cable. That's where I started.
How much were you making doing that?
Over 110.
See, but there's a big difference between 110 and a million.
Oh, yeah.
So when you started knocking on doors selling solar, did you shit your pants and be like, holy moly, this is easy?
So I had the experience before, right? So I started in cable right after college. And I started for the, it was on mistake. It was like, I almost call it for the grace of God. It was helping me out that nobody wanted to hire me, dude. Nobody. So I showed up to one interview, didn't hire me. And I was still going to San Jose State. And I had a professor at the time that my major was sociology, but he was fed up of having the same complaint that, hey, nobody's getting hired after they graduate. It's a sociology fucking degree, right? So this guy says, hey, I'm going to set you guys up with an incentive. If you guys manage to get a job and it's a good paying job, I will ace you. And that was my last course. It's a capstone class. That's what they called it. 20, 30-page essays, 6 or 7 of them. I didn't want to do them. So I started looking for jobs. And the semester was almost over. And I did my stuff. I did my essays. I took part of the class. But I didn't want to go anymore. So the first interview that I went to, I didn't get hired. The second interview.
You being Latino, when you say essays, does it have dual meaning? Essay?
Of course, dude.
Like, what's an essay?
An essay's about the local, bro.
Yeah, self-essay. And
yeah.
Then you had to turn in your essays.
There you go. Yeah, there's a funny joke because I used to play at San Jose State too, soccer, Division I. And for Halloween, one of our buddies showed up with an essay, right? Just like the paper strapped to his neck. And he had that nice, the flannel, the red flannel. And he was an essay for the day. So I thought it was pretty cool.
That is funny.
Yeah, but anyways, I ended up meeting this dude, 6'2" white dude, fucking smoked like a chimney. You could just smell it. The guy was amazing, dude. Fucking energy. Made me feel comfortable, made me feel great. We had a great time in the interview. And this guy's old school. Cable sales for 50 years, dude. No, 50 years. I'm exaggerating. 30 years. And he throws a pin at me, dude. He made me feel comfortable. And that's where it got me. He made me feel comfortable. He made me feel good. He threw a pin at me. He was like, sell me this pen. And dude, that's from The Wolf of Wall Street, but that fucking movie wasn't out yet. Right? And I froze. I didn't know what to say, dude. I didn't know what to say. Froze. And still, like right now, I'm getting that feeling of how I felt that day. And I could just look at his eyes and I was like, I'm not getting hired. And in my mind, I was like, fuck, I'm not getting hired. I could just see his expression, man. So what ended up happening was I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to ask him a bunch of questions. And see where we go from here. I can't just not say anything. I can't take my shot. So then I asked him, Jim, because he said, is there anything else? And I was like, fuck, he's excusing me. I got to go. So I said, Jim, I do got a couple questions for you. And he's like, okay. It's like, Jim, when you hire somebody, what are 4 things you look for? And he's like, well, you got to look good. That's one thing in sales. You got to look good, which you do. And the second thing, you got to be coachable, which it sounds like you are. And the third thing, he said, you got to have great energy, which I think you do. You're good. You're vibing with me. And the fourth thing I look for is experience. And I said, out of those 4, what do I have? He says, dude, you have the energy, right? You look good. And obviously, you're coachable, but you don't have any sales experience. So I looked at it and I said, Jim, have you ever had to hire somebody just like me that had all those 3 things but lacked the experience and turned them around and made them a fucking professional? And he said, yeah. I was like, can you do that with me? He's like, sit back down, man. Let me explain how the commission works. That's where it all started. And I did really well, man. And I think I did really well because I was scared. So I was scared to get fired because he looked at me and he said, you have 2 months. If you don't perform, I'm going to fire you. To the point where I didn't even know what my fucking commission was.
When did you quit?
I didn't quit.
What do you mean? Do you still work with him?
No. What year? Oh, shit. Dude, so there's a common issue in door-to-door. People come in hot. They make a lot of money. But then they feel like the industry is not respectable. I think Sam has his mission statements tied into that. To bring what? What is it? To bring
integrity.
What? Integrity. To bring integrity to the career, right? And that's how I felt. I was like, shit, man, I just graduated from San Jose State. What the fuck am I doing knocking doors? I got to go around, fucking knock doors and people that I know, some hot chicks that I used to know, right? This made me feel uncomfortable. And then just people kept telling me. So my buddy at the time, my roommate, he got into the tax industry. And he's like, man, you could buy a tax business for $65,000. And I said, well, I got $65,000. Why don't we do it, right? And I bought this business. So I showed up to this business. It was this older lady, a Liberty Tax franchise. It was an old lady, really sweet, dude. And she said, hey, if you can't pay me the whole money, just give me 20 grand right now, and then we'll sign a contract, and then you could pay me the rest in 5 years. And so I did, and shit, I didn't know shit about taxes. But what I did know was sales. And I didn't know that being in door-to-door was going to help me in that industry.
Sales helps you in every industry.
Dude, I was the number one franchisee in the area. And I took a 60-hour course. I didn't know shit.
But you were the only one in the area.
No.
Oh.
There's so many tax businesses. Hell no, dude.
Just checking.
No. The franchise is huge, dude. They have like, I think over 5,000 over franchisees, dude.
I was talking to my buddy. He said he won this big old race.
Yeah.
He said he got first. I said, how many people were in it? He goes, me.
It's the same story that we went to see one of our buddies down in LA do some heavy lifting. And then he was doing the heavy lifting, and then, he couldn't go past a certain weight. And then we were there to support him, and then we come to find out that he was the only one in his class. So then the other guy, one of our other buddies, says, shit, if I didn't know that was the case, I would have competed. I would have gotten a fucking medal too. So, yeah, no, there's a bunch of franchisees in the area, dude.
So you kicked ass, and then you decided, hey, I'm going to show other people how to kick ass. And by the way, if you guys want to follow this dude, at Roberto _ Castaneda. Actually, it's CST.
Yeah.
There's no O. You lost the O. Or
Yeah,
A. O or A. Yeah, you lost the A.
Yeah, I lost. Yeah, somebody had it, I guess. CSTNEDA.
Yeah, it's Roberto _ CSTNEDA. Or you can just look him up at his business at Limitless Sales U, as in the letter U, at Limitless Sales U. Or you can go to joinplanetoath.com. And why would you want to? That's the question, Bomb Squad. Why would you want to look this guy up? Why would you want to follow this dude? Why would you want to go to his website? Mainly, in my opinion, because if you want to learn how to excel in the solar game, he's got a lock on it. Or you want to get into the solar game. And then earlier we were talking, and you said you're really lacking leadership. So if you're a leader in the solar game, unless you're with one of my solar companies, then stay where you're at. But if you're a leader in the solar game, look this dude up. Maybe he's got a spot for you.
Not 100%. And you said, how did I get into solar, dude? So I did the franchise thing. I met the CEO, John Hewitt. You know John Hewitt?
Nope.
Biggest, dude, he's like serial entrepreneur. He built, Jackson Hewitt?
Yeah.
Okay, that's him. And then he built Liberty Tax Service. That's him again. I met him because I was the number one franchisee in the area, and I thought it was going to be just a whole bunch of fucking dudes. Turned out it was just me. Sitting across the table.
First place ribbon.
Dude, and the funniest thing is, like, I think it was on somebody set it up like that because there was another couple, like, Hispanic dudes trying to close a deal with him. So I think he felt like by bringing me in, hey, he's succeeding. This is what our company has. He was going to close the deal. It was pretty smart. But I shot my shot. I always wanted to be a traveling salesperson. And I read a book. I read his book, dude, before I showed up. His whole book. I read it. And I just kind of took little pieces, dude, of his life and how it related to my life. Boom. Instant fucking likability.
Rapport.
Dude, 100%. Easy. The guy loves me, dude. You could just tell. He shows his assistant. He's like, get his number. So then I tell him, look, I know you're building the Hispanic side, right? Let me help you. Or if you need any help, you know my number, obviously. Shit. Give me a call. 2 weeks later, the dude gives me a call. And he says, dude, I'm going to pay you 10 grand to relocate. You're going to go sell franchises for us. You're going to sell the Hispanic brands. I was like, fuck it, let's go. So I did that for 8 months. Didn't really like it. There wasn't any fucking hot sauce, Mexican hot sauce in fucking Virginia. So after 8 months, I was like, I'm going back. I'm going to run my franchise. He's like, all right, cool. No worries. No harm done.
Back to Pismo?
No, I was in the Central Valley, Turlock. And then, so I caught myself doing really well. Like, I felt like I was doing really well at the time. I didn't really have any more opportunities. And I ended up, one day I was walking with my sister, because it was only 4 months out of the year, dude. 4 months. That's all I had to do. And all my
drunk longer than that.
Dude, all my revenue came from 2 months. No, sorry, a month and 15 days, because the tax season started around January 15th. And I was making all my revenue in a month and a half. And then after that, it was just, I just sat in the office, dude, with like 3 other dudes that were tax preparers, and I was just like this. I was like, shit, man, what the fuck is going on? You know Willie too, right? Willie has Andy. You know Andy Samora? Okay, Andy's my best bud, like one of my best buds. Soccer, that's how I met him. We always kick his ass in soccer, by the way. If you're listening to this shit, he knows what's up. Yeah, I got to bring it up, dude. Anyway, so he says, hey, I want to rent a little office in your office. He sits there, and he's listening to me. I was like, hey, what are you selling? Mortgages. Fuck it, I'm going to give you some leads. You don't have to pay me. I was bored. And some people came in like, I'm trying to live. Like, I built so much rapport. It was like I just talked to these people 2 days ago, but I hadn't seen them for a year. So they came in, and they're like, yeah, we're trying to buy a home this year. That's what we're doing, our taxes. I was like, great. I got great news. I got a buddy. You got nothing to lose. Nothing. Go check it out. He's charismatic. He's a great, good-looking guy. Just go right there. Go, and I'll finish your stuff. I'll get you soda. Just go. He ended up getting like 2-3 deals, but I only did it a couple of times. He comes out, and he's like, damn, man, I don't know what the fuck you're doing here, bro. You're like the second best salesperson in this room. Yeah, he's talking about himself, right? But I went home after the tax season ended, and I was walking with my sister, dude. I had my first baby, and I was carrying the stroller, pushing the stroller with my sister, and it was 8 a.m. I literally had no fucking purpose, dude. No purpose. And I was like really questioning, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what am I doing? And luckily enough, my wife's friend had a boyfriend that got into the solar industry. And when we had the baby, he called me and he's like, dude, he was always trying to get me into MLMs and all that stuff, right? And he's like, dude, we want to see your baby. I knew he wanted to sell me something. I was like, fuck it. I'm so bored. I'm going to entertain this shit. He comes in and I was like, dude, he kept talking about solar. I was like, dude, fucking sell me. You got to sell me before I get in. Sell my home. We got to build for 400. Sell me. So he goes into, dude, sells me. I was like, cool. I was like, when are you available?
Put solar on your house?
Yeah, put solar on my own. So he's like, but the best part about this is I know you're fucking good at sales. I know you done door to door. I know you, bro. Like, I'll give you my whole commission. And I was like, how much? I was like, $1,500. He's like, nah, 4,200. I was like, give me your schedule, dude. When's your fucking schedule? And he's like, oh, he didn't think I was going to do it. The next day he left. I went out there. I got 3 appointments. He came back. He closed 3 deals. Then he forgot to show up to 1. And then I went in there and I was like, dude, just send me the shit. I got you. Send it. I closed it. Send me the other one. So he just kept sending me the proposal. That's all we had at the time. That was like 4.5 years ago. That's all we had. So we started closing people. Boom, boom, boom. And I said, I want to make more. How do I build my team? That's all. That's what I wanted to do. Because back at the cable company, whenever my supervisor left, he came back and he left me in charge. Were the numbers higher or lower? Always fucking higher. And he was like, what the fuck do you do, dude? What do you do? Tell me. And I was like, hey, man, people just like to work with me, man. I make it fun. But I never got the opportunity to be a manager at Spectrum because apparently somebody thought that I was too, what was the term she used? Too much of a go-getter.
Too ambitious?
That's what she said. Said I wasn't. I just wanted a shot. I wanted to be the manager. I wanted to train the dudes. And I wanted to and that was it. So I joined the company. We grew it to a 100-man team. Then we're fucking riding around in fucking McLarens and shit. In the first 3 months, dude. And then, the way that we thought, me and my partner at the time, like the way that he wanted to take the company wasn't what I saw. So we just ended up going the other way. That was it.
Where's he now?
They're in Fresno, California. They should be doing good. They're doing good. As far as I know, I mean, I have guys that come in and they, you know how they're doing? I was like, I don't know, dude. Like, I got so much shit over here. I'm sorry, bro. I got so much shit over here. You know what I mean? But they're doing good. We left. I told my guys, you guys want to stay? Stay. You guys want to leave? Let's go. And the first thing I had to do, bro, was like, I literally left my home in Fresno, California, like a 3,200 square foot home that I was renting, 5 rooms, dude. I have 4 at the time. Now I have 3 kids, right? So I ended up we ended up leaving. We went to Pismo, and my wife's parents took us in. They're like, if you're gonna open up an office, you need to be close. We were sleeping in a small queen size bed, bro, in the middle of the living room. And I told my wife, we're not gonna rent because we're gonna buy a fucking $1 million home. I am telling you right now, we're not gonna fucking rent. We're gonna fucking sacrifice this time, and I'm gonna go to work, and we're gonna make it happen. 3 months later, fucking $1 million home, Pismo Beach. 2 months later after that, I told them I'm buying a Rolls Royce. I don't care what you think. It's gonna help our business. Bought a fucking Rolls Royce.
Gonna help your business?
Oh, bro. People, if you don't have attention, you can grow, but it's not gonna be as fast. That makes sense? Now, for it to work, you gotta post it. You gotta get in people's faces, and that's where a lot of people lack the confidence to do because they don't want people to get into their business. They're afraid to be judged.
Have you driven a Cullinan?
Never.
Probably just like a Wraith.
Nah.
You've driven a Wraith.
Holdings fucking. Yeah, of course. That's what I have. Yeah.
Yeah, but Wraiths drive just as good, don't they?
I gotta test you. You gotta let me drive it.
Go drive it.
Well, we are today. That's what we're gonna do. But dude, you know it makes a difference. I mean, whoever says that it doesn't make a difference.
To me, I've driven a Wraith and I've driven a
Same?
Cullinan. Same.
But you could carry more people though. No.
Yeah.
One more.
In a Wraith, in a
And a Cullinan, one more. Yeah.
Cullinan's got more room, but a Wraith is like cool looking. A Cullinan looks like a damn hearse. Doesn't look that good.
It's just the suicide door. It's just everything that makes it look cool, man. But it's the way you use it. And that's what I did. Now I recruit. Hey, let's go to the nicest restaurant. Right? And then after, hey, you want to drive it? Drive it, dude. That's what I got it for. And it just blew up the business. And then after that, then, one of the mistakes that we had at the other company, the biggest mistake, dude, there was no training. The training was there, but it was an 8-hour course, dude. Who the fuck listens to that? I was bored. Shit. I did my P's and the guys were like falling asleep, dude. I was like, we can't grow or scale if we don't have an automation of the training where we can physically say, hey, how much time have you spent on the system? And what is the 20% of the people, what do they do? What's the 20% that we want to concentrate in and focus in and be able to train and develop? And what is the 80% that's not even looking at the system, that they're here just to wear their jersey, but they're not willing to get inside the game, right? And that was the biggest flaw that we had there. And the reason why we had there is because dude, I didn't have the control. You know what I mean? The money wasn't hitting my bank account. It was hitting somebody else's bank account. And the first thing I did was, I was like, look, first 2 things, we got to get the system. Second thing is we got to get some credibility with Brad, right? And there's a win-win. There's no way we can fucking lose. And I just, I sent you the money, and then I paid for more shit, to talk to you. Sometimes it's just to listen to another fucking lion roar. You know what I mean?
That's right. Pays off, doesn't it?
Yeah, 100%, dude.
But, at the end of the day, you know what you're doing. Selling solar.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So if there's people listening in the solar field, you might want to consider going to Limitless Sales University and getting yourself a little coaching program. Get yourself in a little mentorship deal where you can turn around and make some serious coinage. Because a lot of people, they'll join solar and then they'll quit because they didn't make any money. And they didn't make any money because there wasn't really very good training. And then, it costs them because, dude, solar is one of those gold mines.
Oh, dude.
Solar right now is a gold rush industry. That's why I started Real Solar, right? Real Solar, folks. Like, again, you want to get training, go to him. You want a job? I'll give you one. Well, shit, he'll give you a job. He's looking for leaders. He's looking for reps. And he'll, obviously know that you're trained because the system's tracking you.
Yeah.
So you almost should make it free. Why?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's not free, is it?
It's not free. No.
But if it was free, the reason you'd make it free is because let's say you get 1 million people to do it free, only a certain percentage are going to do it anyway. So you filter out all the weak sucks. You filter out all the people that aren't worth your time.
Yeah.
Now someone could say, Brad, that's rude. Listen, folks, pay attention to me real quick. I can only help you. I can only save you from drowning if you swim towards me. See the difference? Like everybody wants to be saved from drowning, but they don't want to swim towards you.
Nope.
I'm definitely not swimming out after you. Then we both drown. But when it comes to, how can I make money? And when I say money, $300,000 to $500,000 a year is money up. So you want to make some money? Okay, dude, you got to sell something. Stop bullshitting people. You got to sell something. Okay, so what are you going to sell? I've already went and looked at all the industries. The solar industry, gold mine. It's gold mine. And it's not slowing down anytime soon.
Nope.
But it ain't going to last forever.
100%.
So if I were you, if I were listening to this, I'd be like, dude, let me get some training. Let me get some calluses on my knuckles. And by the way, people are doing it virtually now. You don't even have to walk neighborhoods anymore. But the point is if anybody out there listening that wants to get into the solar game, I'm telling you, there's some big money in it. If you're even half-ass talented. Car salesmen, there's realtors out there sucking hind tit. Realtors ain't making no money. Okay, there's mortgage people out there not making dick. There's all kinds of people out there not making anything. Why? Well, they don't have the training or they don't have the thick skin to keep them doing it long enough because they're getting rejected. And when people get rejected, for some reason, they give up. They fold. But for all the people listening to this, because we don't have long, but I want to make sure, hey, Limitless Sales University will teach you how to go make $1 million a year.
More than that.
If you're Latino. Why? Because they're racist. They don't like white people.
No, this is Spanish and English,
joking.
bro.
It's in English too?
Yeah.
It's in Spanish and English, folks. The gringos, they like you too. But dude, there's a lot of people out there that need a job. There's a lot of Spanish-speaking people that need a job or want a job or have a job, actually. They're just looking for a better one. They're looking for one where they can step up and really make some coin to get out of the rat race. Because you're not going to make much of a splash if you don't have a little money to throw into investments. And a lot of people are like, well, dude, when I'm done, I can save about $1,500 a month. Dude, $1,500 a month would take you a year just to get like freaking 18 grand, and you're gonna need that just to get started.
Get that in one deal.
Yeah, like dude, I can't believe everyone's not in solar right now.
It's ridiculous. And here's the thing, you didn't mention this, but dude, if you're just a little bit smarter than the average folk, okay, you can take that whole system, Brad, and you can build a whole fucking sales company. That's how I did it. It's that easy. I'm just telling you. It's not. But you also need the coaches, the coaching, the guidance, the mentorship. You need somebody to say, "Hey, man,
you didn't have it. You'll just accelerate if you have it, right?
Yeah, but
you can go learn it on your own the hard way.
You just said it. If you're making some sort of money, then you have money to throw back at the business to help you solve the little problems that you run into, and that's it. But you can literally build a whole company off of that. I tell my guys, Jesus Christ, go in there, look at it. We do now events for the whole company, and we have 80 dudes always show up, right? Always show up, and we do this whole training, and then we're putting that into the system. But it's stuff that you can use to tell your guys. You don't have to tell them you're fucking, oh, yeah, I got it from this training, right? But you can use the same training to run your business. Some of the stuff I took from Sam Taggart. Shit, man, that guy's fucking, he's amazing, dude. You know what I mean? Some of the stuff I got, I took
by
from...
the way, that's where everybody gets their stuff. From somebody.
From somebody, dude. Yeah, and I did it. Edwin Arroyave, dude, guy's a killer, dude. And I pay attention to him, you know? I'm like, all right, what is this guy doing? But you get bigger by association sometimes because you see somebody else doing it and you're like, shit, like, just you're piecing it together and you're like, oh, shit, that's how they're doing it. I'm going to do it too, you know? Or an email, dude, can you get on a call? I just want to know exactly how you work this out. Fuck, I'll get on a call. I get on a call with all my guys. As a matter of fact, I still close deals for some of my guys. I'm like, shit, man, I'm going to show you how to do it. Oh, it doesn't work? Okay, here. And then they're like, oh, shit, dude, that shit was so easy, dude. And I was like, I know, right? You could do it too. And then people are like, wait, why did you make it so easy? And I was like, because I want to be able to train everyone and their moms, dude. Make sense? That's how easy the training is, dude. If you just say the training, Brad, if you just say it, you will sell minimum of 50% of your clients. If you just repeat every word on that damn training. I can shit you not.
So you're going to have 50% closing ratio if you just recite the scripts.
And you know the fucking, you know the concerns, you know how to rebuttal the concerns and all that good stuff, and that's it.
Dude, what is Planet Oath?
Planet Oath is a sales company. It's a sales side.
That's
right?
where you out doing it also.
Oh, dude.
So Planet Oath's out there knocking on doors making mill tickets. And the Limitless Sales University is sprung out of that because you're training a lot of badasses.
Yeah.
So now you're saying, hey, let's start talking about Limitless Sales University.
Yeah.
And that's what the Bomb Squad can do. If the Bomb Squad was going to do something, what do you want them to do?
Get the training. Get the training, and here's the most important thing. I am the most available dude in the fucking world. And you can tell my guys. Regardless if you're shit, you're not doing any fucking deals. If you call me, you will get a call back from me. If you just get the system and you take you make some sort of level of commitment towards making your life a tiny bit better. I don't care if you close one deal, because I'm going to tell you, if you close one deal in solar, you'll still make more than, I'm going to say 90% than half of Americans. One deal. But if you just take that step towards commitment and you can type an email and you can email me and say, hey, I want to join your team. Can you show me what you're doing? I'll show up to your office. I got your back. But the first step you got to do is just fucking take that little step. Make yourself a little bit uncomfortable and hang around with dudes that make you fucking uncomfortable.
Or just, get around a bigger crowd.
Fuck, dude. Sometimes that's all it is. You need the fucking energy, right? You get into a fucking room, all of a sudden you got that energy.
You see possibilities.
Dude, we just talked about it in the green room, right? We said there's two things that I tell people. I don't give a fuck whether you've been in sales or door-to-door sales. If you don't have these two things in your belt or in your tool fucking belt, you're not going to make it here. The first one is the attitude and the activity. Nobody will buy from you if you have bad attitude. I don't care how many fucking doors you knock on. And nobody will buy from you if you don't get out of the fucking house and go put in the work. Dude, that's all.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
Most people don't understand that's how easy it is, too. People always ask me, Brad, how do I double my money? I say, well, how much did you make? They say, 20 grand. I say, well, how'd you make 20 grand? They say, well, I sold X amount of product. And I say, well, how did you sell X amount of product? And they said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, you sold X amount of product to make 20 grand. How'd you sell the product? He goes, I just talked to customers. How many customers? He said, I talked to 12. I said, oh, okay. So you talked to 12 customers. Why don't you talk to 24? I'll bet you double your money. He's like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, dude, listen. You just got to do more. Period. It's that simple. Get out of your house. Go out, shake hands, introduce yourself, attempt to do it. And now what you're saying is all they got to do is log in, read this training, memorize it to where they can just literally recite it, and they will sell 50% of the leads.
Dude, I am telling you.
And I'll give you the job, by the way.
And if
He'll
you
give
even
you a job. There's 2 jobs waiting for you right here. Tell you what, if you're new in the business, go to Brad Lea, that's LEA.com/solar. And if you're experienced and you got a crew and you're a leader and you're wanting to build a team and want people given to you the best training on earth, the best compensation on earth, the best culture on earth, well, then you'd come to Brad Lea too. But I'm joking, because he is looking for leaders. So reach out to my man and say, listen, I'm a leader in the industry. And it doesn't mean you'll get hired, right?
No. We gotta look at the margins.
But
Sometimes
you are looking for leaders.
Oh, 100%, dude. And we do a lot, dude. We do their payroll, we do their marketing, we do their web pages. You know, we make them feel like, holy shit, this is my company too, and we build their brands too. You know, we're heading that direction where we build people's brands, but they gotta again. That's up if they want to take that extra step and to be like, dude, I want to have a presence in social media. They got to come to us, and we got to record some stuff. They got to start getting into what we're doing.
You show them how to do it?
Yeah.
You got a camera guy following you around all the time, driving a Wraith, Rolls Royce Wraith. You got the W-2s to prove that you made the dough.
Oh, dude.
Now you got a multi-million-dollar interactive training technology delivering training on how to basically make a ton of money in the solar space. If everybody isn't already grabbing their pen and pieces of paper, dude, I don't know what to tell you.
Dude, I mean,
Like, what can I do? Dude, I can only bring the information to somebody. They have to act on it. Because, dude, I got to see that you give a shit, too. I can't be the only one that gives a shit.
well, here's the thing. Here's something about that. When you start a business, and this is for everybody that wants to start a sales company, you got to take everybody, dude. You got to take everybody. I had a buddy that was like, no, dude, you got to go pick the cream of the crop. I'm like, well, I fucking wish I could. Right? Who wouldn't fucking want to take the cream of the crop? Who wouldn't want to get fucking Brad Lea to get on my team? But that motherfucker ain't going to respect you. That motherfucker's going to want to take everything, every single dime, even though if you can bring some sort of value. He's going to want to take it all. If you're trying to start a sales company, this is the shit that if you buy the fucking system and you ask me, I'll teach you how simple it is to build one. It's the simplest thing. You'll have access to me. But look, I was talking to him. He was saying, take the cream of the crop, right? So I said, dude, I'm a strict believer that everybody deserves to win, right? The Zig Ziglar quote, right? Like, if you can just help enough people. Yeah. If you can help, how does it go? If you can help everyone, if you can help somebody get what they want, you can get everything that you want. Something like that.
But he said to me one day, the best way to get what you want is to help others get what they want.
Yeah, dude, that's it's engraved. And I told him, like, and anyway, that was when I barely just kind of like split away, and I was already doing it, dude, but I wasn't getting paid what I was supposed to be getting paid. And so I just took everybody. Fuck it. And I was like, I'm going to teach you how to sell. I'm going to teach you how to sell. I don't care if you can't walk. I'm going to teach you how to sell. And that's what I did. And eventually, like, oh, shit, Roberto's a badass, dude. Like, how the fuck he just closed that deal? Dude, he made it look so simple. Yeah, and then when you create that belief and energy, dude, it just fucking spreads like wildfire. And all of a sudden, their friends want to join. Their friends want to join. Hey, most don't fucking stick, right? The people that are just not committed to sticking to something for more than fucking 3 months.
The only reason they don't stick is because they don't make enough money.
They don't make enough money because they don't have enough activity.
And they're not trained.
Well, they get trained, but then fuck it. You know that's everybody runs into this issue in solar. I don't know if you talk to your leaders, but that's the biggest issue: complacency. People can't differentiate 10 grand as a lot of money, and 20 grand as a lot of money, or 30 grand or 50, because they never made it. So if they get a $10,000 check, dude, that's a lot of money.
They're like, damn.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go to work. I'll see you next month, bro. Peace.
Dude,
right?
What would you have the bomb squad do if you could because you're talking to them?
Yeah.
What would you have them do right now if you could have them do anything you want?
Dude, get into solar. Dude, it's not hard. I just told you, activity, attitude. It'd be the dumbest dude. And if you look, we have another program. If you're just like, dude, I'm good with people, but I freak out inside the home. Bro, we have such a fucking good lead setter program where we give you half of the fucking commission. And all you got to do is fucking set the lead. How crazy is that? You don't have to go do the whole fucking 9 steps. All you got to do is knock a door and say, hey, dude, here's a great way to save money. Here's how you're going to get 30%. And hey, if you don't fucking like it, don't do it. Trust me, don't do it. I don't want to see you at the fucking Target and you slap me in the back of the head because that didn't make fucking sense. All right? But look, what time are you available? 6 or fucking 7 p.m. All right, cool. Let's set you up. And then
what's worse again? You can say no.
Yeah, but shit's what I'm saying. Dude, you imagine how much money? Dude, we have guys that are setters that make 10, 15 grand a month. Setters. And it's
hiring for setters?
Dude, all the time.
Dude, there you guys go. Listen, only because my crew's leaving, dude. We're going to have an empty studio here in a second. Should have got started earlier. I'll have you back one of these days. Folks, go join Planet Oath. Join planetoath.com or at Limitless Sales U. Go to one of those, DM this fool, and let's start making some money.
Let's go.
Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you,
And
Brad.
folks, as always, till next time, keep it real.